Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited for today's video because it's gonna be a almost full face of first impressions, so makeup that I have never tried before or that I have not tried in a long time and I'm revisiting. The first thing I do is my brows, and I'm gonna take the e.l.f. brow lift. So I just take some on a spoolie and I just brush my brows up like that. I just brush my brow hairs up first and then I let them dry before I start shaping them. So while my brows are drying, I'm gonna take a flat concealer brush. So I'm gonna take the NYX Bear With Me concealer serum in the shade medium. I'm gonna take this Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm gonna take a Morphe 433 brush and the shade Pukey. This is the only shade I'm putting on my lids when I do a full face, but I don't necessarily want to do full on eyeshadow. This is my go-to. And then I'm going to take this ColourPop Super Shock shadow in the shade Ritz, and I'm gonna put it over my lid. I said just a little bit, and that's literally a whole lot, but okay. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it over my lid. Now I'm gonna go back to my brows, and I'm gonna go back in with this spoolie, and I'm just gonna shape the top of my brows. If you want to leave them sticking up like this, you can. Some days I do, some days I don't. This is actually what I use for my lip liner. The same thing I use for my lip liner, I use for my brow. Alright, now we're going to get into the base. So, for primer, I got the One Size Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. Looks like this. So for new foundation, I got the NARS Radiant Longwear, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And I got the shade Caracas, I think that's how you pronounce it. This e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. This is my favorite foundation brush of all time. This is really good coverage. Like, you can't see my like dark marks at all. So I definitely think I would still go a little bit lighter. I thought the shade before this was gonna be too light. I'm glad I didn't go a shade darker because on the website, Caracas looked a little light. I think it also just oxidizes a little bit, and maybe that's why they say shake it before you use it. So for concealer, I got the Too Faced Born This Way. So I'm gonna use this with the NYX Bear With Me concealer. I'm going with this, and I like this because it's a little thick. Ooh. It's a very yellow concealer. Now while this dries, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and it's in the shade Rich Cocoa. I'm gonna take this e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade, what is this, Golden Daze, and I'm gonna bronze my forehead, and then I'm gonna come back and bronze the rest of my face after I blend out my contour and my concealer. Alright, now I'm gonna blend out my contour, and I'm gonna take this angled contour brush from Wet n Wild. Now I'm gonna go in with my concealer brush. That's how I get it to look like really blended. So like my contour and my highlight don't look so harsh. before I blend out my concealer on my under eyes, I gotta get two things ready. I got the One Size Ultra Pink setting powder. I'm so excited to use this. And then I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty setting powder in the shade Honey. Now, Honey is my OG. She's my go-to. So I'm gonna use Honey on the outer parts of my concealer, and then I'm gonna use the One Size powder, mostly focused on the inner parts because I'm putting a lighter concealer right there. Then I'm gonna go back in my foundation brush and I'm gonna buff out the edges of that. This is how you get that blend. This is how you get that blend. Then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And now I'm gonna take that NYX Bare With Me concealer and I'm gonna put it on the inner part of my under eye. Then while this is drying, I'm gonna go back in with that e.l.f. putty bronzer and I'm gonna just go in between the concealer and the contour. So I'm gonna set one eye at a time. I'm gonna use these two powder puffs. Clearly I need to clean them. After this video, I think I'm gonna clean all my makeup brushes. But I'm gonna take the Fenty setting powder on one and I'm gonna set the perimeter like that. Then I'm gonna go in with the One Size Pink powder. And I just put that, like I said, the inner corners. And I'm gonna put this on the center of my face too. Yes, so this gives like a really good brightening effect, and I think it's brown skin, well, I think it's dark skin approved because I watched dark skin girls use it first before I decided to buy it, and it was beautiful. But it's brown skin approved too because I can't speak for, you know, a skin tone that I'm not. But if you are darker and you want to try it because I've seen it on dark skin girls on TikTok and it was beautiful. And it wasn't gray either. Like, this doesn't pull gray on me, so I like it. Yeah, like it's pink, but it still has like the enough saturation to where it's vibrant. And now I'm just taking the Fenty powder on this powder puff and I'm just setting this part of my face, so I don't have any issues with transferring. Boom. I am very happy with the way my base looks. Like, it's really giving. So the next product that I'm trying for the first time is this Sephora multitasking baked face powder. I got the shade Almond, so I'm gonna just take some on this brush and I'm gonna go through and just blend or set the rest of my face that didn't get set by setting powder. And I'm just doing this just to bring it all together. Then I'm gonna go in with blush, and I'm using this Armani Luminous Silk Blush. This is not anything new. The shade 52, and I'm just taking it on this brush. And I started doing that thing where people blend their blush up to their under eye. And I don't know, y'all was on to something with this little trick. I like this. Now I'm going to put on lashes. It's the Lash Couture, the Muses collection, and I got the style Empress. Face card. The face card is shitting on bitches, and that's all I gotta say. Now I'm gonna do my little lip combo. So I'm using the same pencil that I use for my brows, and then I'm using these two Fenty glosses. One of them I've used before, the Fenty Heat in the color Fussy. I've used that before, but the shade Riri I haven't. speaking of Fenty, I just did a YouTube video, my most recent YouTube video before this one, where I did like my favorite Fenty lip combos. So I'm going to take the shade Riri first. Then I'm going to take Fenty Heat and I'm going to put that over top. Well, not Fenty Heat. It is Fenty Heat, but Fussy Heat. Excuse me. So yeah, that's the lip combo. Cute. If you got to the end, thank you for watching. I'm really impressed and happy with all the new stuff that I used. I made some good choices. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.